again. Thought I'd give you a night view of my sky in Texas. Really weird moonshot here. Anyway, I've been kind of busy today, forgetting about to take care of me. So I'm going to slow down. I don't know why I'm rushing about something. I get excited about stuff and jump in and get my feet wet without knowing what I'm doing sometimes. And I think that's what I've done here. But anyway, I'm having fun doing this. Might not be clear. Just thought I'd share. Kids are asleep. The adults are out. This adult's here. Really weird looking sky back there. Trying my best not to get any houses in here. Just out of respect, not because I'm afraid of anything. Just other people might not like their stuff out here. So I'm trying to be real careful. I was watching some stuff, Ben Shapiro and some other stuff, and they're talking about the way Trump talks and that he's his own worst enemy and that kind of thing because of the way he speaks. And I got to tell you, I identify with him. He's just a regular guy, but he's smart. He's brilliant. And I think it's real important for everybody to understand how everything, we've been attacked from our religion, our constitution, uh, us as human beings, wanting to put chips in our head and stuff, which I have absolutely no intention of letting anybody put a chip in me. And if they're doing it without my knowledge, well, then I can't do anything about that anyway. And that's a good question for everybody to even think. Get more clear here. Maybe I should just keep it on that and just focus on this. Another thing that, what they did to Julia Roberts, my goodness, the world has gone absolutely insane. I don't see how they can't see the difference between what everyone's calling the right and the left and the deep state and all that. I mean, it's real clear if they just do their research. They can follow the money and, follow the old money, old blood, everything. Everybody's fighting for, and like all the Bibles. I mean, I haven't read a Bible, and I've got many. I don't have them all by any means. And I haven't read everything by any means. It's just my small part of my little wisdom from my life. But common sense is just gone. And everybody's fighting for, and the Bible thing I was talking about. It's like, my Bible's right. No, this is right. My God. There's one God. As simple as that. If you can't, if you can't create the universe, then you're not God. You might be able to do a lot of things with technology, but it's not going to have any soul or any spirit in it. I think that's why they want our souls. But the world's changing, and we got to change with it. I have absolutely no idea about this world of communication and how everybody, it is an eye-opening experience. It's just a different way of communicating, and people just have to learn how to respect each other without trying to censor them. Nobody's ever going to grow from being held back to speak. And about Donald Trump's voice, my voice sounds horrible. I smoked for years, and I'm trying to quit now. I got one of those jewels. So I've actually, I think this will be going on my third day of no cigarettes, no real actual cigarettes. Anyway, there's some activity over there, but I just wish people would start waking up. I mean, I feel like a moron for everybody just sitting around and letting the cartoon show continue. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I need to go listen to GSM's videos and add up 2030. I need to listen to theirs. I haven't paid any attention to them for a day or two. And Oppenheimer Ranch project, that's interesting. I like that one too. I don't feel comfortable in the live chats, but I'll donate, and maybe get off of there. I can always comment later after I can sit there and watch it. I mean, trying to listen to information and read comments, and it's crazy. Like, nobody's going to learn anything like that. That's like talking while another person's talking. It's ridiculous. People are programmed to do that or conditioned to do that by their behaviors. I don't know why they can't see that. It's pretty clear to me. In government, I've worked in the affordable housing industry for 20 years and worked for developers, and I worked for a credit underwriting company, and I worked for a housing authority. Corruption everywhere. And immigration has something to do with that. Housing don't go up 50 million people in the amount of years they were talking about. And that industry, was designed. I mean, it's a good, the affordable housing industry, they're good people. They can't help the way the government calculates. They calculated their formula about low income and who they could give the money to based on, in my opinion, a false calculation of the average median income for families. And it looked like over a period of time after doing it for a while, they were marginalized. I mean, the middle class, it was just another area they had targeted. So I knew it had been planned for a long time. Something that deep, you can't, one person, and they discredit people, They just discredit people for having life problems and getting better and rising from it. That's what life's all about. That's what all the things that they're trying to tell you, that everything you've done wrong in your life is bad. And those are the tests and the trials that God gives us to prepare for this time that we're about to enter into. And if people don't get that, it's going to be like Noah's Ark. When the time happens, they're going to be, oh, can you help me? No, I can't. Sorry. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just another, it's really actually another civilization or regime change, so to speak, about who's going to be the leader. So, I mean, if you think about it, that's exactly what it says in the Bible. And everything's going to change in our government the way we do it, and it had to happen. I mean, we're crying out loud. It's just had to happen. But anyway, I started this, got us way to play that type of government, and that's why I walked away, was because I saw that. Wasn't necessarily because of Democrats and Republicans, because there's good and bad on both sides. And I don't believe in a two-party system to begin with. That is right there. A two-party system is inhibiting, other people with different ideas, and that's stunning your growth as a country, because you can only be as great as the people in it. So apparently Congress doesn't want us to be great, putting people like that Cortez woman in there, and those Muslims. Do people not realize what this country was founded on? Religious principles, and everybody agreed to the laws of the land so that everybody could follow the laws of the land and not be a criminal? And right now, that's not happening because people don't understand what they're talking about. And it's annoying to try to explain this. I mean, it's hard for me to say it out loud. I have to actually keep writing it, and I haven't been doing it on my phone. Oh, and that's another thing. When does spell check change a word from, when I put the word front to front? No, that is absolutely ludicrous. All that technology, and they can't let you get your spelling right. I've seen it happen to me all day. Oh my gosh, people can't see. I mean, I know that we all know what's going on, but everybody's just afraid to say anything. The Clintons are going to come and kill us. Well, not if we fight back. I mean, some of us might die. Obviously, a lot of people have already died. I don't know. I better quit ranting. I guess everybody knows the same thing I do about that. I think that immigration is not a casual subject and it has something to do with housing. And all those people at the border, they're trying to storm in, get in here. Um, what I was going to say about that immigration, it was designed for Americans and for the illegal amount of immigrants that we brought in to the country. Because I don't know what the actual limit is today, but 1 million a year? We can't afford that. Insane. Who would run their household? I mean, think about it. I mean, it doesn't take a financial analysis to think just common sense business. It's ridiculous. But anyway, the way it was used is for that. I mean, I had to do Davis-Bacon payroll reports. I think there's an acronym for that, DBPR. When they're talking about reports and stuff, that's what they're talking about. And I mean, that's not the only thing, but I'll just touch on this one thing. I turned to the Department of Labor, and I'm sure they did something about it. I don't, they're not going to tell me what they did. They just turned it over to them, and they turned it over to Homeland Security. But I did it through the company that I worked for at the time, and I'm not going to mention the name. Anyway, there were 42 people that were illegal aliens, or I just call them illegal aliens because that refers to everybody that's not supposed to be in this country, no matter who they are or what planet they're from. I mean, you just got to look at it that way. It's getting cloudy now. I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, that's how they were using it. I mean, the people that were qualified to get the housing or the home loans or whatever, they couldn't even speak English. Nothing against that. I mean, I'm trying to learn how to speak Spanish now, but that wasn't the point. I didn't see any Americans, lower income Americans. And the middle class that were supposed to get part of that, there was nothing in there. The way they do the formulas, those people don't get served. And they were marginalizing the middle class. And bringing in all these people, 1 million immigrants a year, and they want to ask, the question needs to be asked, what happens to the people that were born here and invested into this country physically and with blood and with, money? What happened to their jobs, their housing support they were supposed to get? What happened to all that? Where did they go? They're homeless. They've been, I don't know if y'all know about the civil asset seizures in Texas. They're going all over the place, seizing people's lands. I disagree with that. And they're using that, this environmental thing about spiders on one of them. And that's really all the one I really read about. Another one was in California. Some big guy, I think it was on Fox News or something like that the other day, or Tipping Point with Liz. Can't remember exactly. But anyway, I mean, this thing, it's deep. It goes deep. You can't blame developers and people. They had that's where I got a sway to play. They were forced into agreeing with rules they didn't agree with, or they would not get, that federal funding that they were entitled to develop these affordable housing projects, which, by the way, with all these environmentalists and stuff, I'm not exactly who, but like Swiftmud in Florida, Southwest Florida Water Management District. They made one of the developments that we worked on, new trees, snails, butterflies, you name it, at the developer's expense. That's not affordable housing. they forced them to do it because they're an unelected group of people, and they can take swamplands or whatever. These nature, that's is that not BS? It's BS. They take control of taking care of all the animals. I don't think so. They don't take care of their people. Anyway, that's enough ranting and raving tonight. It's just easier for me to talk about it than write it all down because you know, I know that people know that something's wrong. I know that they know that, but they're too busy to figure it out. And I have some knowledge, and maybe I can try to help other people figure it out. Anyway, I saw the moon. Good night. Bye.